I want to start off today's episode with my thoughts on the Antonio Brown Tampa Bay Buccaneers, everything that's happening down in Tampa right now. Antonio Brown, as you guys have seen probably this past weekend, he was back at it again. Seems now it's just his entire career at this point. He had the opportunity to change some things around for himself. He's gotten opportunity after opportunity after opportunity because for the first 9 years of his NFL career when he was in Pittsburgh, if you guys remember, he was literally getting mentions and like comparisons to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is arguably the greatest football player ever, and people were saying if Brown just kept his head on the field, he could have that potential to be like Jerry Rice. And that's the reason he got the chance in New England. That's why he's gotten the chance in Tampa Bay now. Another reason is due to Tom Brady. But after the Sonny pulled this last weekend, and now we're going through, he put out a 2-page lengthy letter through his attorney, basically talking about MRIs. He named a doctor. He called out text messages, which what the nice part about all of this is by him, what he said in the letter he put out, it's all able to get backed up. Everything he said like 3 or 4 different things in there. The MRI can be backed up. All the text messages can be backed up. What the trainers did, gave him their diagnosis, whatever they think was wrong with him, that's all backed up. It all has to be safe somewhere in 2022. So we're going to learn the truth. And like what Bruce Arians, about an hour and a half before I was recording this, he came out on a press conference and told his side of the story. He said that Brown was upset that he wasn't getting targets, was upset at halftime. Some teammates calmed him down. And then on the field, we saw what happened. Bruce Arians went over to him, asked why he was upset. Antonio Brown got pissed. He was like, I'm not getting any targets. And Bruce Arians said, F it, you're off the team. If that's the story, it's always important to hear both sides here. It's one of the most important things. But after, it would have been one thing if Antonio Brown just walked off the field and on the sideline walked off the field. The celebration he put on, like as he was leaving, no NFL team, it would be insane to me for an NFL team to put him back on their roster. He's, I think, year 12 in the league now. He's still a great talent, don't get me wrong. But he's not like he was in Pittsburgh any longer. And he's an absolute head case. The Bucs actually just released Antonio Brown. I didn't expect them to release Antonio Brown. It's kind of like in an ugly breakup. You never want to, even in an ugly breakup, you never want to see your ex with someone else right after. And I thought that's what the Bucs were doing. I didn't think they wanted to see Antonio Brown go sign for, say, the Rams, and they end up facing Antonio Brown. But with what he pulled, and if the MRI and all that stuff's true, then it was made sense for them to cut him, go ahead and free up the roster spot. But what AB accused them of an ongoing cover-up, it could be massive, it could be nothing. But with all the stuff coming in, there's something going on here, and with us going into Week 18, Tampa is in such an interesting position right now because Tom Brady's already lost Leonard Fournette. Gronk's been banged up the whole year. The guys that have made him comfortable, like I was talking about last week, Tom Brady likes to be comfortable. For 21 years, all he was comfortable in New England, and then he comes here, he brings a few guys to keep that comfort, to not lose what he knows. And now another one of the guys he brought is gone. Goodwin's not playing. There's not a lot for Tom Brady anymore. And for this situation to be happening Week 18, it is going to take some serious mental focus for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for Tom Brady, Bruce Arians, everybody involved, to be able to get past this quickly and understand that the playoffs are right around the corner. The chance to compete for a Super Bowl is right around the corner. They had an extremely weird game against the Jets. They barely won with a Tom Brady game-winning touchdown. And the Bucks last year, they were shaky, and then they had this surge into the postseason. This year they had that surge, but the last 2 or 3 weeks they've been falling off absolutely massively, and it's not looking good for the Bucks. This Antonio Brown situation was the last thing the Bucks ever needed to happen, and now this entire week they're going to be dealing with that media and all that stuff, and it's going to be a thing now for the rest of this season into the postseason. People are going to be talking about what happened with Antonio Brown, even if they make the Super Bowl. It's still going to be talked about. What if you had Antonio Brown? Just stuff like that. It's still going to be brought up. That situation has left its mark on this season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whether it go good or it go bad. If it goes good for them, it'll leave far less of a mark.